It's your brother Bolo V&R, and I don't want to really waste any time. All I ask of you guys is to hit the like button coming in. Welcome to the platform. You know what I'm saying? That's how you come to the door, man. You gotta come to the door smiling. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we have all my three platforms right there. Y'all go ahead and go check that out. You know, subscribe to all of them. Shout out to my lady Sassy81 in the building. How you doing, love? Salute to you. Remember that the Cash App is available, ladies and gentlemen, and also the PayPal. It is in the description of the video. It's pinned at the top of the comment section. And Nightbot periodically puts all of my stuff in the chat, so pay attention to Nightbot. Alright, without any further ado, Mystic Sensation had a clinic last night in terms of the video he put out. I'm talking about a clinic with the information. And there's a part of it right here that I was unaware of, and maybe some of you are unaware of as well. So let's look into the DPP, baby. That is the Department of Public Prosecution. Well, Department of the the Department of Public Prosecution. Yeah, so the DPP. Let's look into it.
So that, and then of course, deep dive that we are going to get into the situation here. Now, let us bring it back so that the people can see as it relates to the DPP response. So we are saying that it is not only social media speaking about paralleling corruption. Now, this coming out of the office of the Director of Public Prosecution. Paralleling is in response, right, to the allegations of her being corrupted. Media release, re-allegation by certain entities of failure of the office of the Director of the Public Prosecution, right, to prosecute 40 referrals sent from the office of the Contractor General. Look at this.
Were you guys aware of this media release? I was not aware of this. Let's continue.
The office of the Contractor General, right, that merged itself into
And music, right?
the Integrity Commission Act 2017, right? And so this was prior, right, to the Integrity Commission Act 2017. So I want people to be mindful of that and the allegations of paralleling with her level of corruption. Now, let us go to bulletin point 1. Recently, complaints have surfaced in the media concerning the ODPP's failure to prosecute some 40 referrals that were sent by the OCG, Office of the Contractor General. These referrals were forwarded to the ODPP during the tenure of the former Contractor General, Mr. Greg Christie, who submitted official reports to Parliament and issued public statement mischaracterizing the nature of these referrals and criticizing the posture of the ODPP in its decision not to prosecute these matters. So Paula Llewellyn is saying here that Greg Christie mischaracterized, right, the nature of the referrals and criticizing the posture of the ODPP in its decision not to prosecute these matters. Go ahead, Sister Paula. I have in the past, so this is Paula is explaining now. I have in the past sought to explain in the public domain and the relevant authorities the true nature and character of these matters, and in fact on request forwarded a full report to Parliament on May 6, 2015, seeking to correct the misperception and explain the true position. Now, what is the misconception and true position that you want to explain? Several cases had mounted to you, Paul, and we're going to prove them tonight. Who will corrupt you are? That the Office of the Contractor General, right, wasn't misinterpreting, right, the issue at hand. The issue at hand, Paul Llewellyn, is that obviously, right, you have made every effort, right, not to prosecute these cases. And this is what we are talking about, selective justice that you have been demonstrated from time to time. That this allegation has resurfaced in some sections of the media, reflecting utterances from Professor Monroe of National Integrity Action and Ms. Phillips of Capri, a research think tank headed by Dr. Domain King of the University of the West Indies. Right? Now, going forward as often as these mischaracterizations appear in the media, I consider it my duty as DPP to seek to disabuse the public of this unfortunate perception, which seems to insinuate that the DPP and its officers are some sort of entrenched impartiality in the prosecution of corruption cases. And while you can use your pretty word, Paula Llewellyn, right? We know that you are corrupt, right? So then only take that away. Take that away.
Embarrassing. We need some milk.
What do you know, Paula Llewellyn? Now we are getting no serious, no one bringing up the true evidence of the corruption. That whenever you are being approached as it relates to your misrepresentation of justice, you use your big words and you try to say that, they are accusing you wrongfully. Now, just look from when you have been accused of being culpable in terms of selective justice. But hold on. Since you are saying all of that to say that, they are accusing me, and they want to make it look like, the DPP's office is corrupt, but the truth told, the DPP office is not corrupt. Okay, we have solid evidence tonight that we are going to prove to you and the world, undisputable evidence that we're going to present tonight. Now, let us get into this before we get into that, because tonight, bombshell. Now,
so the first bit of evidence he's showing is that the DPP was apologetic. Well, she was defending herself in a situation where the office was being accused of not prosecuting certain cases, like some type of favoritism or something, right? Now, it's funny, I did not know about those things. I didn't know about that situation specifically, but now it really makes a lot of sense why a lot of the people view her the way they do. But there's more. There's actually more. It's kind of amazing to think that there's actually more. Listen to this.
The Director of Public Prosecutions, Paula Llewellyn, if you haven't heard, the Court of Appeal has cleared the way effectively for Paula Llewellyn to resume her duties as DPP. DPP, I want to play for you a clip, and then I have a question for you after. Here's a clip.
When you can have a report that says that 6 people are being investigated for illicit enrichment, it means they then take the government, the public money and enrich themselves. And that it means, And when you have something like that coming up, and the government is going to try and attack the body that is put in place to deal with these things that is put in on the report, it must be kakistocracy. The Director of Public Prosecution inserted herself in the matter before the investigations complete. She started criticizing the Integrity Commission, and therefore I stand from this platform and say, Paula Llewellyn, go your yard. Nobody don't want you continue in the office because you've already shown your colors.
That's the General Secretary of the People's National Party, Dr. Dayton Campbell, DPP.
No, this is the first time I'm hearing this audio from Dr. Dayton Campbell. Wow. The boldness of showing how much they don't have confidence in Paula Llewellyn I love it. I absolutely love it. Let's be honest. Let's keep it real. This lady, seriously, from the little time that I have been examining some of the evidence about this lady, she seems tainted. She really does seem like she favors the JLP. To me, that's just my opinion. I don't have any and it's based off some things that I've seen as well. But hey, Like, everybody has an opinion, right? But you guys are the judge. Let's listen. Listen to her response.
In that clip, he says, "You have already shown your colors," and I wonder if you worry that going forward now, there is this stain, this taint, this allegation
Pleasant good morning
that you
to
are
all of
biased
you.
politically
Pleasant good
towards the
morning.
government.
Mr. Brooks, you are talking to Paul Llewellyn, who one of the first acts of my office was to oversee and represent the US government in the extradition of Mr. Cook. You're talking to the first.
People, I want you guys to pay attention to what you're saying and listen carefully. I don't know if the volume is very low on your end, but it's low in my ears. Sora says, "Good morning, bro, Bolo. The political scenario was basically peaceful until Siaga entered party politics. See, this is the thing we don't want to do, Sorora. Go back in time. Splash Digi, what's going on? We need, I like that. Splash Digi. BRV family. Thank you. We're going to use that moving forward. The point of the matter is, bro, we need to unite as a people. We cannot move forward with the green and orange political mentality anymore. I just played it a while ago. Peter Phillips literally is saying that this man is a part of one of those parties. He said that we have destroyed each other. But I digress. We're on a new topic. Paula Llewellyn. The corruption, alleged corruption in her office. Let's continue.
Person who had to make the decision to have a search warrant issued for a minister of government. Was it Joseph? I can't remember his last name. In terms of my role as the authority for mutual legal assistance. Joseph, I thought he was a junior minister.
Joseph Hibbert.
Hibbert. Under, I think it was a JLP. Yes, a JLP government. I am very faithful to the code of conduct of a prosecutor. I've been a prosecutor for 40 years. I was a prosecutor long before Dr. Campbell probably even did medicine. I just look young. I have prosecuted and made decisions in many. I can stand on my record of 40 years as a prosecutor, having done a variety of cases.
Do you plan to initiate any legal proceedings against Dayton Campbell for those comments that he made?
Listen, certainly not. I was certainly not. Why would I do that?
Hold on.
Hold on. Let me ask you. Certainly not. Because we can't pursue any form of legal thing. We will prove it. You know that we will prove it, and tonight we come to prove it. Now, when Paula Llewellyn is explaining to the Jamaican people that, okay, she's not biased, because of course she aided in the assistance with the United States to oversee the extradition of Mr. Cook. Paula Llewellyn, you are disingenuous to Jamaican people. And let me tell you why you are disingenuous to the Jamaican people. Number one, that case with Dudus Cook, you couldn't have done any better because you were under the pressure of the United States. So don't come and fool people. Don't come and fool people. You are under the pressure of the United States because Booth Golden was asked to resign. That was how tremendous the pressure was. So that you as a DPP couldn't do otherwise. You don't have to work with what the United States instructed for you to do. So don't come and make it look like, right, you're instrumental in bringing forth justice as it relates to those. No, but I believe.
No, that's very interesting. I never looked at it that way. Like, this is the United States we're talking about, so why did she even mention the other state? Like, she was an authority that had things go very, very well. It's confusing when I think about it, but That's a good point. I never thought about that.
You know you are disingenuous, Paul. You are under tremendous pressure from the United States. If the United States did not involve, you wouldn't have. We know that. And tonight we have the evidence to show you that if the United States did not involve in that, you wouldn't have prosecute, right? As it relates to those. You wouldn't have. You wouldn't have. We know that. Right? So don't use the United States case with Dudus to say, oh no, I am not biased because I assisted in the United States extradition with Dudus.
Yeah, like she literally didn't have any choice. How you doing, Georgia? She literally didn't have any choice. What choice did she have in the matter? What was the DPP gonna do? Tell the United States no? So that, I mean, he just raised an excellent point. I really wasn't thinking about that, y'all. So when I heard her say it, I was like, huh? But then I wasn't thinking about it from that perspective. But that is so true.
Don't do that, Paul. Don't do that around here. You understand? We know better. All right, so let us take that out of the room.
Right.
Now, Paul, boy, we are going to get into the case to show the entire world.
Yeah.
Machine for the Jamaica Labour Party, but we are going to mash them up tonight, and I want people to share out this to Big Mama, show Big Mama the evidence. Yes, we are going to show them the evidence tonight. No?
Well, I am making sure I do my part on my program. I am sharing this information. All right, let's get to the clip.
That is the topic. The Parliament should be dismissed.
So he's saying he's questioning if Paula Llewellyn should be dismissed. That's the topic. Listen.
All right, that is the topic. Now, people, now big it up now because we want to get into it.
Please.
The pictures went.
You see, our hands was forced. I don't know, man.
Okay, so we want to show, right? Okay, let us get into the meat of the matter. Share. Yeah. I want to make sure so the people must see, people. I want you to look at these photographs. That's tonight a bangarang, people. Tonight a bangarang.
We here at this morning still, but
DPP Paula Llewellyn should be dismissed for judiciary misconduct. Right? Jamaica Voice, November 14, 2022. Look who are featured here. DPP, Tanta Faris, Patrick Bailey. Ah boy. What they call it, money time? Hugging time. That's the money time. Hugging time. People are looking up. Look on the front of them. DPP, Tanta Faris, Patrick Bailey, and hugging time. Now, let us go through. Paula Minister Llewellyn, CD.
So hold on. Me have to go build a thumbnail with all of them people upon it. You get serious. Hold on. But no. Tom Tavares. Oh, me know. Okay, me understand why. Me understand.
Ah boy. What they call it, money time? Hugging time. That's the money time.
We know what you say.
Hugging time. People are looking up. Look on the front of them. DPP, Tom Tavares, Patrick Bailey, and hugging time. Now, let us go through. Paula Minister Llewellyn, CDKT, the Jamaican lawyer who served as the country's Director of Public Prosecutions in office since 2008. The job of the DPP is to be impartial. Of course, any DPP around the world, in any society, right? The responsibility of the DPP to be impartial, right? You should not have selective justice whether it benefits the Jamaica Labour Party or it benefits the People's National Party, right? You must act on the tandem of your oath. It is high time Paula Llewellyn be called out for her blatant bias and cronyism. People hear that? In Jamaica, firearm holders can be charged for negligence in the loss or theft of a firearm. But negligence must be present. Let us speak, people. They are getting here. Member of Parliament Philip Parwell is about to be charged by the DPP for negligence for the theft of his firearm from his vehicle in July 22. Paula Llewellyn is serious that he's going to charge Philip Parwell. Right? Now we are going to talk about selective justice now. Parwell reported the matter to police as required by law to do so. As required by law, if you lose your firearm, you should report it to the police. Parwell had done that. People, I want you to follow the case. So the question asks, where is the negligence? Now, let us look at Paula's history in carrying out her duty as DPP and a similar gun theft case of other politicians. Now we are talking about now selective justice, getting into the realm of selective justice where Paula Llewellyn is concerned. Now look here, people. 2 GLP members, picture above, right? Obviously the picture them above, reported the theft of their firearms, plural, from their homes, and they were not charged. Of people, no look on that in people. Philip Parwell, gun was stolen. Philip Parwell reported it, and the DPP charged Philip Parwell. Now watch this now, people. 2 GLP members, pictured above, reported the theft of their firearms, likewise as it relates to what Parwell did, right, from their homes, and they were not charged. Now, Robert Montague, GLP member of Parliament of Western St. Mary, reported the theft of 2 guns from his home. Let me get into it. Police to question GLP chairman following theft of his weapon. This was July 29, 2013. Leave the people, you have the evidence now. Paula Llewellyn, I never know so we have the evidence now. Let me ask you, Paula, you never know so we have the evidence now. Robert Montague, GLP chairman. Dr. Paris, GLP Senate president. Reported 2 firearms stolen from his home. Tavares is the father-in-law of the late Dog Park. Tavares also represented Vybz Kartel in his murder case.
Hold up. Alright, wait, what? Wait, what?
What can go so? What can go so?
Something not right, my wisdom warriors. Something is not right. Tell about them.
Alright, so for my own understanding and just a recap for the listeners. So, Mr. Parwell reported his gun, got charged by the DPP. Montague reported 2 guns missing from his home, according to this, and now Tom Tavares Finson has his own stolen, according to this report. This was what, April 18, 2016? Wow. Alright, I got the date. I need to check that. I need to go and check that article right now.
Senate president's guns stolen. Now, detective assigned to the St. Andrew North Police Division have launched a probe into the theft of the 2 guns from the home of Tom Tavares Finson, president of the Senate. Patrick Bailey, this barred attorney, was the lawyer of the Prime Minister Andrew Holness in 2016. We get to it, people. When the body of Bailey's roommate Jermaine Jr. was found in Bailey's living room with gunshot wound to the head and stab wounds to the body. Now, according to the police, there was no forced entry and no other occupants in the home. Bailey said he stumbled on the body in the wee hours of the morning and did not hear anything suspicious or unusual.
Now, this part with the former lawyer for the Prime Minister, the story is absolutely wild. This, I mean, wow. But let me just, I'm gonna come back to that story. So I found the article, right? I found the article. I don't know what I like to do on the spot research, right? So let's look at it for those who didn't see it. See, here it is. This is what he's reading from. April 18, 2016. See there? Assistant Commissioner, Criminal Investigative Branch confirmed that the incident took place between midnight and 3 o'clock Saturday morning. Alright, see there? RJR. Alright, this is the article. Very short article, ladies and gentlemen. But I'm gonna see the gist of it. Alright, cool. let's get back to this now. Alright, and I'm gonna go back to the start of it because I need to see this one for myself as well. So we can find this article too. Okay,
from his home. The bar is represented by started. Now, detective assigned to the St. Andrew North Police Division have launched a probe into the theft of the.
Please like and share the video, ladies and gentlemen. That's one of the that's the way you freely show your appreciation to the platform, alright?
2 guns from the home of Tavares Finson, President of the Senate. Patrick Bailey, this barred attorney, was the lawyer of the Prime Minister Andrew Holness in 2016. I'll get to it, people. When the body of Bailey's roommate Jeremy Jr. was found in Bailey's living room with gunshot wound to the head and stab wounds to the body. Now, according to the police, there was no forced entry and no other occupants in the home. Bailey said he was in the wee hours of the morning.
Hold on, wait. So the person had stab wounds and gunshot wounds in his house in the wee hours of the morning, and he woke up and didn't realize and just stumbled upon the body according to the reports.
Hey, who mans is this? Oh, mans is this? Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap. No bullshit, bro. Stop lying. Stop lying. Stop lying. Stop. Get out there. That nigga is get out there.
So you telling me allegedly the former lawyer of Andrew Holness, Patrick Bailey, that was disbarred. Now I see why it was disbarred. Outside of, how you doing, Vernal? Big up. Outside of the issues with Andrew Holness' statutory declaration, is his property and taxes and all of that stuff. Outside of those things that came out from 18 Degrees North. So you telling me this dude had a whole unalived person in his living room hours in the morning and he's walking free?
All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way know why they take it the wrong way.
Suspicious are a new drug. My. Bailey has not been charged and made to face a jury. Now, hold on. I want to speak something here now, and we are doing further investigation. And let me say this to you, Paula Llewellyn. Now say it now tonight, because I know you're listening now.
So Paula Llewellyn, as the DPP, this came under your watch, and Patrick Bailey was not charged, but you charged Paul Well for his gun being missing, but you did. How is this not an open and shut case? How does somebody end up in somebody's living room with gunshot wounds to the head, allegedly, according to this, and stab wounds all over their body, and the person that is present, that owns the property, is not in prison for 35 years to life? How is this possible? Paula Llewellyn, how is this possible? Which government was running at this time? How is this possible? Which government was in charge while this case was? I need to find this case. Hold on.
5 years. We have seen that you make some phone calls to Patrick Bailey. And let me say this to your DPP. We are doing further investigation, so prepare. I've seen that you make some phone calls to Patrick Bailey. So obviously, we know that, right, you have some relationship with Patrick Bailey. Let me say that. Now, he was sent in bed rest by doctors. Bailey is an affiliate of the Jamaica Labour Party. Prove the evidence them tonight. The DPP must tell Jamaica why she hasn't charged JP members Montague and Tavares for 2 stolen firearms each. Why she did not charge Patrick Bailey for murder.
Wow.
I don't know when he fear this, you know.
Lord of mercy.
But just come on, wanna feel.
Lord of mercy.
And what constitutes negligence in the case of Mr. Palwell, whose firearm was stolen from his vehicle, which was reported to the police, and yet Palwell will do charge Palwell. You talk about, you know, bias? Me and you tonight. Palwell should challenge Palwell's decision. She should tell the country why Palwell should be charged, but not Montague and Tavares, who lost 4 firearms altogether. Come on. Take it away. Take it away.
Of course, I had to go and find this for myself and show you guys. December 2nd, 2017. Brother of man unalive at attorney's house rejoins fight. Who is that, ladies and gentlemen? The brother of 51-year-old man unalived in prominent lawyer attorney at law Patrick Bailey's Barbican home has made an about turn on his decision to give up the fight for justice. David Roberts, the closest family member of the deceased Jermaine Jr., told the Jamaica Observer that he felt that his brother would be disappointed if he were to give up. "Me I get a dream like him a ask me, what you do? Don't do that." Robert shared. No, sir. Hey, let me tell you something. Patrick Bailey, DPP, all I want to name we are called up in these suspicious activities. God nah sleep. No, you see, this put into context. When I hear Pastor Peter Chambers give the "Thus saith the Lord" word for people like the DPP and Andrew Honest and his associates, when God said no mercy, there will be no mercy. No, I understand. This is wickedness, Bridget. The man say me get a dream like him and say, what you do? Don't do that. Wow. Me not think me forgive up. Him wouldn't want me to. Jesus. I observe this, you know. Alright? I call to say thanks for everything, but I don't think I can continue with this. If the police them did interested, them would have arrested Unaliver because them know his who Jesus him. Honestly, me not think say anything I will come of it. He said, wow. At the time of the interview, the man said he is coming to the same conclusion that any well-thinking person would come to. They are the man house. The man is unalived in the house. Why don't you lock up the man? That is what anybody would assume, whether they verbalize it or not. The man said the police, see what I say? The police them, if they did interested, they would arrest. No, more of it ask me Jamaican people them this. Which of you guys in the audience would be able to pull that off? Would be able to wake up in your house, right? Find somebody there according to your story. You tell the police that you find somebody there in your house with gunshot wounds to them head and stab wounds all over them body, obviously deceased, and you did not hear anything. what police would believe you and what police wouldn't lock you up immediately? What police wouldn't assume that you are guilty of said crime that you reported? Tell me what law enforcement would think that you are not the one that is responsible. So you go ahead now and you ask the question and you make the connection. Why the DPP didn't prosecute him? And is it possible that it is because he's connected with the Prime Minister, Andrew Holness? Is it possible? I'm just asking. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Let's continue.
Now, let me just go to the panel, Brother Rattigan, because we have more evidence to prove here. Brother Rattigan.
Yeah, you made a statement and I was just making a phone call to arrange some things, so I was told to call back. So we'll see how things work out.
Brother Rattigan.
Yes, sir.
Let me ask you. Based on what I read a while ago, would you summarize that as selective justice, or you believe that justice was fair and balanced as it relates to Paulwell being charged and Tavares and having tied were not charged committing the same offense? Please go ahead and take us through your
observation. Yeah, on the face of it, it would appear as if there was some injustice done. On the face of it, she may have some information that we don't know about, but what the information we know about, it certainly wasn't fair. It wasn't equal justice under the law. And she came out when the gentleman there asked her the question. She started out. She paused, and then she started out in a weird way, as if she was kind of challenging him and saying that she's been a prosecutor for 40 years. But you can be doing something for 40 years and do it wrong, Just because you're doing it for a long time doesn't mean you've been doing it the right way. And sometimes you need people to tell you that you need to do a course correction. Because, when you sit in that ivory tower and you think that you're it, and you make all the decisions, you're not always right. We're only human. We're subject to all kinds of frailties. Frailties of the mind, frailties of the spirit, frailties of the soul, frailties of the body. And for somebody to think that because they occupy a certain position for a long time, they don't make mistakes, I think it's a sad commentary on that person.
I mean, like even the pastors and the prophets and people that, like, everybody does that. Their ego gets in the way. Like, when you say that, what do you mean? That's like Andrew Holness telling me, I work hard for my money. I work hard to get this money and this wealth that I have. Okay. And what does that mean to the Integrity Commission report? Criminals work hard too to make their money. That doesn't mean that your statutory declaration should be declared because you work hard. Work hard doing what? You feel me? But let's continue.
She also said that she assisted with the extradition of Mr. Coke. Now, I find it quite interesting because if you recall, that wasn't a smooth sailing.
Exactly.
It was a smooth sailing. The American government had to pull some.
We need some milk.
So if she was assisting and she's going to take credit for it, the question then is, why did we have the hiccups?
Emotional damage.
And you're claiming that, hey, I have the power, I can do this, I can do that under the Constitution, and you're right. So why didn't we have the hiccups? Why didn't you just say, hey, look, guys, we need to sign this extradition order, we need to get this off of our desk, and just send this man on his merry way to face justice elsewhere? Why? So you cannot believe anything this lady said, because when a person is going to tell you that I've been doing this job for 40 years, and by the way, I've been working with tainted juries. It colors the whole that thing. It's like she just big up herself and said, I've been working for 40 years. And anybody doing something for 40 years, you kind of give them the blight and say, well, they know what they're doing. But then when she turned around and said, well, then I've worked with tainted juries. And then she said, and by the way, it's not just me, it's me and my assistant Jeremy. And the two of we had do it long time. And when she said things like that, you know.
I think Byron and Will, I think Byron and Will, with the evidence presented and the argument to the evidence, there's a lot I didn't know, and it really puts a lot into context for me. Montague, Tom Zavarius, Vincent, Patrick Beverly, all of these situations with the DPP at the center of it. And look how she actually made her decisions. And like he said, she said that she's worked with tainted jurors before, and her assistant. Oh my God. Jamaica. I never knew it was this bad. I'm sorry. I was not paying attention to the news. A lot of these things are new to me, and I've been living here all my life. I literally didn't know about these stories. I literally don't watch the news. I literally wasn't reading newspapers. Honestly, I am sorry. This is wild. Okay, this is my genuine first time understanding the story of Patrick Beverly in his house. Added to Montague situation with his gun, Tom Tavares, and then Paul Well. Like, one person alone got prosecuted in all of those situations when the two gun incidents is similar to Paul Well, and then the other one is just straight extravagant, mind-blowing how this man Patrick Beverly is not in prison, rotting right now. I'm talking about, I'm so confused. But I digress. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section with the evidence presented.